Welcome to another exciting episode of Howard's Opinion. We've got a jam-packed show for you, filled with the latest updates and insights from the world of sports. Let's dive right into our first topic, the recent NFL team valuations. According to a report by Sportico, the Dallas Cowboys are still the most valuable team in the league, with a whopping $15.5 billion valuation. That's a 21% increase from last year. The Los Angeles Rams and New York Giants follow closely behind, with valuations of $12.7 billion and $12 billion, respectively. But what is really interesting is the movement within the rankings. The New York Jets have climbed up 3 spots to number 5, with a valuation of $10.35 billion, while the Atlanta Falcons have also risen 3 spots to number 10, with a valuation of $9.78 billion. On the other hand, the Green Bay Packers have fallen 4 spots to number 22, with a valuation of $8.59 billion. These valuations are not just about team performance on the field. They're also influenced by factors like market size, revenue streams, and business deals. It's fascinating to see how these teams are navigating the complex world of sports finance. We'll be exploring more of these intriguing storylines and sharing our expert opinions throughout the show. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. We're diving into the world of football today, and I've got some fascinating insights to share with you. Let's talk about the latest developments in the NFL. It seems like every team is trying to find their footing, and some are getting a glimpse of what their future might look like. The Steelers, for instance, are excited about their new quarterback Drew Allar, who had an impressive preseason debut. He completed 10 of 13 throws for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, and even rushed for a score. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's still early days, and he was playing against a Green Bay defense that wasn't exactly stacked with starters. Meanwhile, the Bills are looking to supercharge their offense with their new number 1 wideout, DJ Moore. He had a great debut, hauling in 3 of his 4 targets for 61 yards and showing some promising chemistry with Josh Allen. If Moore can bring the Bills' passing game up to par, they might just become the team to beat in the AFC. And then there are the Falcons and Browns, who are still trying to figure out their quarterback situations. Tua Tagovailoa and Michael Penix Jr. are vying for the top spot in Atlanta, while the Browns have Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson in the mix. It's shaping up to be an interesting season, folks, with a lot of teams looking to make a statement. The Steelers might be onto something with Allar, but they're not going to rush into anything just yet. And as for the Bills, Moore is definitely a game changer, but can they put it all together and make a deep run in the playoffs? We'll be keeping an eye on all these storylines and more as the season unfolds. The NFL is always full of surprises, and this year is no exception. From rising stars to struggling veterans, there's never a dull moment in the world of football. And speaking of surprises, our next story might just blow your mind. Speaking of impact bats, welcome back to the show, folks. We've got a fascinating story to wrap up today's episode of Howard's Opinion. It appears that the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Yankees are among several high-profile teams vying for the services of star Japanese infielder Teruaki Sato. This 27-year-old phenom has already made a name for himself in Nippon professional baseball, with 4 All-Star nods under his belt and a record-breaking rookie home run season. Now, as we delve into the details, it's clear that both the Phillies and Yankees are seeking an upgrade at the infield position. The domestic free agent market seems to be lacking in terms of top-tier infield sluggers, making Sato an extremely attractive option. He could potentially enter MLB via the posting system, which would undoubtedly make him one of the most coveted alternatives available. The Phillies might be looking to replace Alec Bohm or Luis Arraez, while the Yankees are seeking an upgrade over Jazz Chisholm Jr. The Mets and Dodgers are also reportedly in the mix, with Sato's versatility and slugging ability making him a highly sought-after commodity. It's worth noting that Sato's popularity among these teams is not solely due to the lack of other options. He's an accomplished player in his own right, with a proven track record in Japan. As we consider the implications of this potential signing, it's essential to remember that the offseason is still months away, and neither team has guaranteed a pursuit of Sato. However, if the domestic market remains as thin as expected, this four-time NPB All-Star could become a game-changer for one of these big market contenders. The posting system, which allows Japanese players to enter MLB, has yielded some remarkable talent in recent years. Munetaka Murakami, another Japanese sensation, has drawn comparisons to Sato, and it's clear that front offices are taking notice of the exceptional skill set he brings to the table. In conclusion, the pursuit of Teruaki Sato is a story worth keeping an eye on, folks. As the MLB offseason unfolds, we can expect plenty of twists and turns in this saga. For now, it's intriguing to consider how Sato's potential signing could impact the balance of power in the league. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep your head in the game.